Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Now, you're looking at this video titled My Story, Who I Am. So let's get started. Where do I begin? So firstly, I'll talk about who I am right now. So my name is Unique. Um, I'm, I know it's a lovely name, but I'm 22. I live in South London, and that's pretty much the basis of who I am. Now let's get into my story. So where do we begin? So typical background, typical life of, black man, you've heard it many times. Struggling household, parents didn't get along, dad doesn't live with you, live with your mom, single parent, moving place to place and struggling the whole time. Everyone's depressed, struggling, and just the typical stuff. Now, on to more specific to my story and who I am. Now, growing up as a kid, I wouldn't say I had like a bad upbringing or anything like that. In fact, I definitely didn't have a bad upbringing. Even though they argued a lot and we always struggled with money, they still never mistreated us in terms of like no abuse or shit like that, or at least to me personally. So, always had meals to eat when we needed it. Bear in mind, back then, obviously, I was a kid, I wasn't training, didn't need much meals, so 1 to 2 meals a day, that was good enough. Um, Never really mistreated us. We had a roof over our head. Like, my family really did the best they could to support me, which I appreciate, and they still do. So, honestly, I'm grateful for that. Now, again, moving forward, growing up, like, this is a bit more personal, maybe a bit more off topic, but I want to be completely honest and open in this video and just leave all the cards on the table so you know who I am and can really connect. Now, growing up, um, I used to get picked on a bit, bullied a bit in terms of my appearance, like to a point where it was quite bad. Like after leaving primary school, as you know, many people, I'm sure you can relate, you go into secondary school, it's a big difference. Like all your friends before, they're not around. They're not around, so you got to make friends from the beginning. No one knows you, and it can be a bit daunting because you're like year seven, you're the smallest, all the bigger kids, everyone's bigger than you, and there's a lot of pressure. And I just remember, like the whole of year seven, pretty much, like I literally had no friends, and I just remember everyone, like the older years, just looking at me because obviously I wasn't the best looking. I'm not the best looking now, but I was a lot. You're year seven, like you're not really developed, and I was quite an unattractive young man. And a lot of the people would just consistently make fun of how I looked, like consistently, and it got me to the point where I was very closed. It made me very closed, and I didn't really want to speak to anyone or do anything. And honestly, I didn't know at the time, but I kind of think I was depressed, man. It was bad, but because it wasn't just the picking on and all of that. It was like stuff going on in the house too. Like obviously my mom's struggling, and then she's young, and my brother's struggling, my older brother, and the stuff they were doing was kind of like, yeah, it was quite sad, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but all of it combined made me very closed, and I didn't talk to no one. So my life in year seven, basically, I would just go to school, speak to no one, and leave. Like I remember clearly, like there was these times where I would just, because no one wanted to be my friend, I would just go in the bathroom, like the cubicles, and I'll just eat my packed lunch there and just sit there and just wait for the lesson and walk to the lesson alone and just sit in the corner. It was actually sad, man. I didn't know how to deal with it. It was bad. So a whole year of that, and then year eight, I don't know what it was, hormones clicked in. I started to get like angry. I was like, nah, why am I, I'm not that bad. Like, this can't be right. I can't stay like this. And then I see all the cool kids, quote unquote, like the older kids, they were playing sports and stuff, and like everyone's like playing sports, and I could see the respect they were getting from being good at the sports. So I was like, okay, you know what, let me try it. And I got the ball because I was standing there watching, and then obviously it was basketball as well. And then the ball must have like dropped and then rolled towards me, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try have a shot. They were like, oh yeah, give the ball back. Let me try have a shot. So I picked it up, shot it, and I missed. It was terrible. My technique was terrible. I was bad, and everyone was like, oh, go on, just give us the ball, mate. Oh, get out of it. And then that really, I was like, nah, man, I can get good at this. I can get good at this. So from there on, I played every single day, morning, night, during school, after school, before school. I was obsessed. I was literally so obsessed. It got to the point where I'm shooting in my fucking aerial dish in my back garden. I'm literally shooting the basketball in the aerial dish. I'm literally dribbling in the house, looking in the mirror. Like, I was literally obsessed. I was so obsessed. A whole year goes by, and guess what? All of that hard work paid off. I'm literally the best in my year. All the people want to be my friends suddenly, and like, I'm no longer lonely. And I was like, I was happy. I was so happy in terms of like, I just thought to myself, yeah, I can't stop playing basketball. This is all I'm doing. This is my purpose. I'm meant to do this. If I don't do this, I'll be alone. I won't have any friends. So you know what? Let me keep getting good. I have to be the best. I have to be the fucking best. If I want to have friends, if I don't want to be alone, I need to be the best. So from there, I just dedicated myself and just played every single day. Again, obsessed, watching videos, challenging people in the school, outside the school, the oldest, everyone. Played everywhere, every day. Anytime I could improve, I would play, right? And then the years go by, I just got so good. I was literally so good, but everyone's telling me, oh, you need to play for a team, you need to play for a team, you need to play for a team. And then I tried to play for a team, and of course, my school had no team. It honestly, being in London, I'm sure a lot of you can relate. When you're playing, it feels like basketball is like a secret cult. Like, it's like a secret cult. Like no one talks about it. There's no career. There's like, to play basketball, you pretty much have to fight. You literally have to fight to play basketball because there's just no opportunities. That's what it felt like. Obviously nowadays it's getting a lot better, and I'm so envious of the people that have really, promoted it a lot and really understood the social media. Because back then I wasn't really into social media. I didn't understand it. It was like 2013, 2014, around then. I didn't understand, and so didn't take account of that. So yeah, to summarize, my whole life from year 8 to year 11 was just basketball, playing video games, which was also basketball, watching videos, which was also basketball. Like, all of that I just had to do. And in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, this is great, I'm getting friends. And I'm not realizing that I'm literally fucking coping. Like, I'm coping. All the shit that's going on in the house, all the shit that's going on in school, like, it's just a cover up. I'm just hiding. And that became clear because as soon as I left secondary, going to college, guess what happened? I'm right back to where I was in year fucking 7, alone, anxious, like, I hate to say the word anxious, but all I was thinking about in college is, oh, these people look at me, they're going to say something about how I look, and they're going to, talk about how ugly I am, and am I going to get fucking that same feeling of being lonely again? And I couldn't deal with it, man. And I didn't want to talk to anyone about it because obviously it's fucking embarrassing. Like, even like now, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck now. But back then, it's so embarrassing, man. I did not tell no one, nothing. So I made the bad decision and I just dropped out, man. I just left college and I just went home, and this is where I went downhill. And I just started, just distracting myself. I played video games like all the time. That's it. Fortnite. Like, I just played that, and again, it was the same situation. My friends were playing it, and then they were all good at it, and I was shit. And then, again, made fun of being shit, and I was like, I want the respect. I have to be the best. I have to get good at it. If I want any friends, if I want respect, I have to be the best. So again, I got obsessed. I didn't leave my house. I just kept playing the game, kept watching videos how to get better. I left. I was just looking at my gameplay and how I can get better, and just gotten obsessed. And then same thing happened. A few years gone by. Bear in mind, my life right now is just video games and working dead-end jobs, because obviously I need income to get equipment to become good at the game. So again, same thing that happened in year 8 to year 11. 4 years went by. I'm the best out of my friend group. I'm the best. I have the respect. And then they all stop playing the game, and then now all of a sudden I'm lonely. Like, and then the game I don't even enjoy it anymore because the whole reason I played it to get good was from respect from others. And then, yeah, fast forward then, I'm about 18, 20, feeling empty, depressed, and I don't know what I'm doing. And then, people are just saying to me, "Oh, you should play. What happened? You should play basketball." And then I tried to play basketball again for a year, but I just didn't. I didn't find any joy from it. It just didn't make me joyful. Like, and it makes sense because you can't. Looking back, you can't do things for other people's approval. That's what I want to tell you. You can't. Don't do nothing for no one's approval. Everything you do has to be for you. You want to make yourself better, right? You don't want to just do things to get friends. That's what my mistake was. I fucked up. But that's what happened anyway. Now, fast forward a bit of time. So I started watching a bit of content on like self-improvement, as we all do. And, started to realize the gaming weren't good, and then stopped playing the games and started worrying about looks and the gym and stuff like that. Starting to get into fitness and looks. Like, I've done a lot of looks maxing and shit like that. I've become a pretty boy, quote unquote. Thinking the same thing. Oh, I'll become fit and I look good. I'm gonna suddenly have people around me. People are gonna want to be. Again, the same fucking thing happened. I looked good. I thought I was gonna get friends, girls, and all that shit. To my surprise, I had no one. Again, they're adding up. Doing things for others don't get you nowhere. It don't get you nowhere. So fast forward again. Now I'm 21. It's clicking. Looks. It don't like all this self-improvement, like red pill. I don't know what you call it. All that shit doesn't really help. What matters is that, the thing is, it helps, okay? But it's all general advice. My main thing is you need it to be specific to you. Then that's what will really change. Like, what makes you happy? What will make you a better person? Right? All people can really do online is give you general advice. They can't tell you exactly what you're feeling, what you're going through, what your emotions are, what really makes you happy. They can't tell you that. Only you know, and you have to be honest and really like go for it, and don't live robotic and like a fucking drone. And like I can't lie, I've been a drone. I've been a self-improvement drone. That's what I've been. And I'm done with that now. I'm glad now I can see a bit clearer. Again, I don't know everything. I don't. I'm a 22-year-old man. I don't know everything. But all I know is that I need to get out of the situation. Anyway, that's a brief rundown of my story. Where I am now, okay? So I'm 22. Currently, I'm out of a job. My last job was, again, I told you I've been doing job to job. So I've worked most jobs, from cinema to warehouse to fundraising. The people you see on the street that are like, "Hey sir, can you give us £10 a month for them?" Those people that chase you around and harass you. I've done worked with children in a leisure centre. I've worked in the flipping David Lloyd. Fucked up that opportunity as well because I'm in my own head thinking about looks, and people care about my looks, and just anxious and dumb shit like that. And that was last year. Now 22, I'm here. I've made so many fucking mistakes, but I know what needs to be done. Okay, so my plan from here, I'm gonna make another video that's gonna talk a bit more in depth about my plan, but I just want this video to really be truthful and honest and clear, and I hope I've talked about every point that I want to get across and everything that I've experienced. I hope I've said it all, because a lot's happened, but that's the brief thing. If I come up with anything, I'll make a video later down the line, if any of you care about it or not. But even if you don't, I just want to post it so I can see and get off my chest, because this shit I'm talking about now, I've told no one about it. And I know you're thinking, why the fuck are you posting it online then? That don't make no sense. Millions of people can see it. And if you're right, but I kind of don't give a fuck. I kind of don't give a fuck right now. I kind of don't give a fuck. Because honestly, whatever I'm feeling, I know you're feeling worse. I know you're experiencing worse. I know you've had worse. So it's kind of like, why am I being a little bitch? Why am I being it's not, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm not. Everyone goes through their own shit. I've gone through my shit. You've gone through your shit. And a lot of you probably been through worse. So there's no point in being a victim. There's always someone worse, but there's always someone better than you, right? So there's no point in hiding it. Just be truthful and honest, and that's the only way you can work from there and improve, if you know the truth. So, okay, I know I've been waffling and going on and on. I hope you can hear me clear as well, because I ain't got no mic or nothing. I'm just talking. I know I look rough, but this is my story. This is who I am, and I appreciate you listening. Anyone watching still listening, I appreciate it. And honestly, if you want to do something like this where you can just get off your chest and just, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Just comment it in the comments on this video or message me or whatever. I'm always open to understand and listen to other people's perspectives, because I know even though I felt pain in my life, others feel pain too. We're all human, right? All we can really do is try and understand each other and really grow from there, okay? I don't want this channel to be just talking. I want us to talk and get steps to become a better person that we can individually be, okay? Not general advice of, oh yeah, go gym, groom yourself, brush your teeth, not look good, wear nice clothes, not that general advice. I want this to be specific to each of us, right? We want to help each other individually because we're all different, right? Anyway, I think this has been like, 25-minute video. Probably ran out of space. I hope it's recording, but if not, we'll have to do it again and it's fine. But thank you for watching, honestly, and just want to tell you my story, and yeah, we'll stay tuned. I'm going to post more videos and we're going to get out of here, man. We're going to improve each other's lives together, okay? Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.